So, good evening. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. I certainly am. Still buzzing from Pepe's 2 goals last night. I can't even lie. They were absolutely mad finishes. I thought I was a little bit harsh on him, actually. I said the first one in my player ratings, the first one the keeper should have done better with. Having watched it back about 1 million times today, I don't think the keeper could have done better with it. He just got caught out with a shot. So yeah, a little bit harsh. But the second one, Jesus Christ, no keeper in the world saves that, regardless. So yeah, I was a little bit harsh on that. But I've tried all afternoon and all evening so far, every now and again, to keep checking, try and find a transcript that I could read out from Unai Emery's press conference. Unfortunately, there isn't one. So it's up here. You're just gonna have to bear with me. It wasn't a massively long press conference. He spoke for about 6 minutes. It was at the back end of last night, after the game last night. So that was obviously put out this afternoon. And he spoke about Wilfried Zaha. He spoke about the team possibly changing. Like I said, there's no transcript that I can find. So I'm just going to have to freestyle it, and hopefully it's close to the press conference in terms of wording. But big up everyone in the chat. 100 people watching live as well. Listen, that was mad last night as well. I had 2,300 people nearly watching me live doing the player ratings, which is mental. So big up everyone who watched that as well. Don't forget, subscribe, share, like, do what you got to do. But he spoke about Roy Hodgson. He spoke about Crystal Palace. He said that last season, that was one of the games that obviously cost us Champions League. They asked him if that was the game that cost us Champions League football. He obviously ain't going to say yes to that, and he didn't. He said that it was a process that we were trying to work towards in terms of seeing out the last games of the season and doing the Europa League and getting to the final. Obviously, we lost out on both, which was kind of gutting in the end, because I thought we fully deserved to get top 4 last season, but then threw it away. At the point before we threw it away, we were the 4th best team in the league. We then decided to throw 8 games or 7 games, whatever it was, and then we threw the Europa League final. So yeah, he spoke about that. He then spoke about the players and what he's going to do in terms of changing players. He said obviously some players will come back in. He wants to rotate the team slightly, keep everyone fresh. I don't know whether that meant that Mesut Ozil would start. It wasn't asked about him. But I don't know whether that was the case, or whether he was talking about maybe Tierney being dropped, maybe Bellerin being dropped, Rob Holding being dropped, and then some of the other players coming in. For me, Tierney has to start. Some of the crosses he put in the box last night were superb. I don't think it was a great game for him overall. I marked him 6 out of 10 on my player ratings. I don't think he was that great last night. But the cross he put in for Martinelli's goal was unbelievable. Now, if you're whipping them balls into Laka and Abba every single week, you're obviously going to score more goals. It's as simple as that, because they're better players than Martinelli. Martinelli's pinging them in. So you'd think that Aubameyang and Laka would ping them in. Obviously, defensively, I thought he was a little bit poor for the first goal last night. He got spun way too quickly. I thought, actually, when I've watched it back again today, I thought he'd done very well, because he was getting outpaced down the wing by that guy, Edwards, I think it was, whoever it was. He got outpaced. He then decided to come off of that guy when the ball was played and run back inside whilst there was a covering man. So he went to cover the guy that was dropping off his shoulder. And that was very smart play, very smart play. But in the end, he got done. He got done by a fake shot, a little turn, and it was a good finish. The goalkeeper probably should have saved it, to be honest with you. But it was a good bit of play. But he got done a couple of times last night, Tierney. And maybe that is why Unai Emery's reluctant to start him in Premier League games at the moment, especially when you're coming up against the likes of Zaha and players like that, Andros Townsend, that can spin you and can score goals and can get in behind you. Maybe he might drop him. I don't know. Personally, I would start him. And yes, that Edwards did play for Spurs, Haroon. He did. Evening to everyone in the chat. I'll come to some comments and questions shortly, but he did used to play for Spurs. One of my Spurs mates said that at the time, he texted me this morning. He said, do you remember when I told you we made a mistake letting Edwards go? He said, I stand by that. Because I see him play last night. So, yeah, there you go. He was then asked about Wilfried Zaha and why we pursued Pepe over Wilfried Zaha. And it was kind of funny, because they asked the question. They dropped in the Zaha thing a couple of times in the video that I watched. And Like, we know that you bid for Zaha a couple of times in the summer. Rather than going for Zaha in the summer and pursuing a third bid, you went for Pepe. Why was that? And I'll tell you something, right? Unai Emery never denied we bid for Pepe. So I'd imagine that that was true. He never denied it. He never said we never bid for him, etc., etc. But he basically said that, he likes Pepe. He likes Zaha. He thinks he's a very tricky player, a very good player. He said that it's somebody that he can win a game very quickly, can take a game away from you. And that they just decided that the quality of Pepe long term, not short term. He said in the process, we know he loves the word process, but he said in the process, the long term process, it wasn't a case of bringing Pepe in for 6 months, a year, 18 months. It was bringing him in for the long term process. And they felt that Pepe would have been a better option. And he stuck by that. He was then asked about Pepe in terms of would he start at the weekend against Palace. He said he hasn't picked his team for the weekend yet. He said he'll assess that closer to the time. Pepe could or could not start. It depends. He said he'd done very well this evening because obviously it was done last night. And he said that that game will give him confidence because he felt like he could have been playing under pressure recently. 100% he was playing under pressure. You could see it. You could see that the shackles were off last night and he thought, yeah, I'm coming on. It's my time to step up. I can do something against these teams, sorry. The game before that against Sheffield United, I thought he was wicked in the first half. Second half, not for me. But there's been glimpses of how good he's been or can be in the Premier League this season. We haven't seen the proper Pepe yet. Last night, that guy came on and single-handedly won us that game. It was absolutely fantastic what he done with them 2 goals. And listen, I've seen so many salty United fans today on Instagram and stuff like that going, oh, yeah, but it's only Vittoria. You man need to calm down. You man need to calm down. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, really? You struggled to a 1-0 away victory at Sparta Prague and you're 2 points above relegation. Yeah, how about zip it? Yeah, Pepe's ours, not yours. You worry about dead boy Rashford up front scoring 30 goals this season. Good luck. So yeah, that was pretty much all he was asked in the press conference. Like I said, it wasn't one where I could find the transcript. It was only one where I had to remember what he was being asked and what he said because it was done after the game last night. And it was stuck out there later on this afternoon. It was stuck out about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, listen, 300 people watching live. Do stick a like on the video. Only 47 have done that right now. I'm going to go through about 10, 15 minutes worth of questions and comments of you guys. Maybe about 10 minutes and get out of here. I'm going to take my little one out for dinner. So that should be good. She's proper excited for that. Didn't get a notification. Hope you're having a good holiday with your daughter. Thank you, John Shea. It's been good, man. Went down the beach today. The beach is literally 200 yards away. It's sick. Yeah, it's really nice where I stay here, man. Trash food, says Haroon. Lee Gunner in the house. There we go. The lighting suddenly got better my end for some reason. And do you know what? Chick said this to me last night. He said the lighting was on point where I'm sat, so I ain't moving from any stream. So I hopefully that is still the case today. What is your new job in Spain? Do you know what, Ashley? Yeah, it's mad how many people want to know what I get up to, but where have you been, bruv? I jacked my job to do this. I did tell everybody this, and I did thank everybody for helping me being put into a position to be able to do this. But yeah, I get messages all the time, DMs. What's your job going to be in Spain? All like it makes any difference to your life. Do you know what I mean? Or are you moving full time? Why do you care? Like, genuinely. Yeah, I know I sound a bit of a mug saying that, but genuinely, why do people care about it? I don't get it. Lee, talk about the Mourinho thing. In fact, do you know what? I will talk about that, Chris. Evening, Tom Gooner. Hope you're good. Yeah, I will talk about that. There's a story going around that Jose Mourinho was at the game last night and is, there's a chance that we're in talks with him and this, that, and the other. It's a Portuguese article. The one I tried to read, but then realised it was in Portuguese. I haven't got a translation of it, but I've seen an English version of it. And yeah, basically, because Jose was at the game last night, all of a sudden we're in talks to him. Personally, for me, I think he was at the game, firstly, because he lives in London. Secondly, it's Arsenal and we're half decent to watch in the Europa League. And thirdly, we were playing against a Portuguese team. So, non-story for me. Would I take him? Hell yeah, all day long. Would I take him now? Yeah. Yeah, I would. It's not saying I want Emery out, but if he got potted right now, I would take Jose Mourinho. So yeah, there we go. Hope I covered that one for you. They want your autobiography. Rather it'd be a bestseller. It would be a bestseller. I'm not even joking. Is this really a video without Ilias commenting? Where is Ilias? I hope he's good, man. Normally he's one of the first ones in the chat. Maybe he didn't get a notification, bless him. He's a nice guy, man. Some of these comments are jokes. Pepe has arrived. Evening, Rickon. He has arrived. Listen, he marked himself as an Arsenal player last night. Yes, he scored a goal from a penalty against Aston Villa. Yes, he's done some mad skills. He nutmegged Ben Mee on his debut. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? My man was sold dreams and sent back to Burnley packing. But I think that them 2 goals last night, they're the start of something decent for him now. And I think that should give him so much confidence going into the Premier League. And hopefully we're going to see the real Pepe, because listen, Pepe is a top draw footballer. If we can get the best out of him, we're a better team massively. He needs to work on his defensive side of the game, but we see a bit of that last night. He was doing real good defensive work as well last night. So, but I just knew when he put that ball down, he was going to score. You just knew it was going in. He had the confidence. It was flying through his veins. He'd already scored 1. And you just knew, yeah, this is your time, bro. Yeah, step up, bang that in the back of the net, and we steal the victory, because that's what we did. We stole it. We didn't deserve to beat them. I was surprised by them. They've been slapped by both teams in the group. They come to the Emirates without a goal in the competition. Santa Claus Arsenal give them 2. So there we go. Where's my boy VP at, says Arsenio Wonga. I don't know. He's probably with Ilias. For me, the midfield is a bigger problem than defence. Torreira is not the one, even in South London's finest. I hope you're good. I've said this for a long, long time, man. Midfield is a bigger issue than defence. You've got way too many players in that midfield that don't defend. So you're always going to expose defence. Let me start that again. You're always going to be exposed defensively. And when you're shit defensively in terms of your centre-backs, Socrates, players like that, Mustafi, who actually played all right last night. But when they're not the greatest centre-backs and then they're being fully exposed, they're always going to look stupid. The Premier League's unforgiving, man. Even rubbish players. Like, give me an example. Morata, he flopped massively at Chelsea. And I was at Stamford Bridge last season. Was it last season? I think it was last season. I can't remember. It might have been the season before. When Morata was running one-on-one at Mustafi. One long ball over the top. And all of a sudden, Morata's one-on-one with Mustafi. He twisted him all ends up and pinged it in the back of the net. Yeah, now that was down to poor play in terms of the players in front of Mustafi. When Morata, who's not that great a player, he's a good player, is running at a poor centre-back, dribbling, step-overs and stuff like that, he's always going to expose a poor centre-back, which is why you need to stop it at source. You need to stop the midfield pinging them balls out in the first place. I've said it for time, man. Evening, Matty R. If you're not subscribed to Matty, he's an Arsenal channel as well, so go and check his channel out. Give him some love. Hope you're good, mate. He says, it's Arsenal fans being Arsenal fans. He's at a game. The next minute, he's our manager, apparently. Well, that's true. That is true. I also missed a super chat from Demetrios. Cheers, Lee, with the beers emoji. Thank you, mate. I'll be having some of them in a short while. I will be back for another live stream at 9 o'clock as well, so don't forget that. I might not be as wavy as the one I did last night, because I must admit the rum and cokes were sliding down yesterday watching that game. I needed them at one point. I was thinking, Jesus, I'm going to have to drown my sorrows, man. But yeah, it was good. a.f.c. Charlie, seriously, bruv, that's a trick question, isn't it? You got to be trolling, bruv. What do you think of the Ozil situation? I swear you lot just try and trigger me every day. Every day you try and trigger me. The Ozil situation, the quicker he's gone, the better. Arsenal are trying to get rid of him. Arsenal don't want him at the club. Arsenal pay him way too much money. Can he come in and create? Because all I keep hearing is, oh, but we lack creativity. What are we going to do without Mesut Ozil? Well, guess what? What are we going to do in 18 months when his contract ends? Somebody tell me that. What are we going to do when he's gone, officially gone? Yeah? Come on, seriously. We lack creativity. What a load of rubbish. Yeah, like he'd come in and create anything. He's created fuck all for 2 years. So there we go. There's my thoughts on that. Just do a few more of these. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. We'll do it up to 20 minutes. Now I'm going to get myself out of it. Does VP stand for Van Persie? Maybe he is Van Persie in disguise, Rickon. Mike Dean in the building. Evening, Mike Dean. Emery is too stubborn not to play Xhaka at DM. Well, Xhaka's going to walk straight back in the team. That's a given. We know this, and it's ridiculous. He shouldn't get anywhere near that team. So yeah, but you need creativity. Yeah, of course you need creativity. But if Mesut Ozil's the answer, what's the question? Because it ain't. Listen, he can't. He ain't the player he was. Yeah, he ain't the player he was. This myth, yeah, that he hasn't had a chance under Emery is exactly that. He played 24 out of 38 league games last season and done nothing in pretty much every single one of them, apart from one pre-cum assist against Burnley, where everyone was knocking one out because he done some pass that I'd expect him to do. Guendouzi done 3 of them when he come on the pitch last night. Nobody's knocking one out over them. And he played well for 45 minutes against Leicester at home. Other than that, what did he actually do last season? What did he do? And people have this myth that he's still going to be able to come in and cut it and take us to the next level. The next level is the next level is the next level, as Wenger once said. Yeah, the next level is backwards with him in the team. It's as simple as that. The geezer is not good enough. There we go. I ain't answering any more questions on him because it just winds me up that people still fanboy over him. I weren't saying you are, just saying. Mourinho counter-attacking football with Pepe. Says Elliot. This is what I'm saying, bruv. But people are so stuck in this. Oh, I don't want Jose. He's slagged off Arsenal. And he's a proven winner. A proven winner. Sit deep, defend properly, like warriors. You leave everything out there. Every Jose team has defended properly, apart from the dead Man United team that he had. And he wasn't allowed to go out and spunk a fortune on centre-backs. So there you go. That's why they used to ship goals, because centre-backs were dead. So yeah, I would take him. I think that even with our squad right now, I think he comfortably gets us top 4. Comfortably. Yeah, it might be not pretty to watch, but who cares? If we finish top 4 or won a trophy this season, would anyone cry that Jose was manager? Because I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. If Jose come in right now, let's say Emery gets sacked in 5 minutes at 6:30 and Jose was appointed manager at 7:25, everyone would be in meltdown. Would anyone be in meltdown if we went and slapped Palace 5-0 at the weekend? No. Oh, but Jose is the manager. And seriously, it's a results business, and he gets results more than most people. So yeah, I'd take him. Thanks for your donation as well, mate. I say some of you lot are mental. He should be playing the wages he's getting, even if he's sat on the bench. Well, that's irrelevant. We can afford the wages whether he plays or not. So I'd rather him not play. Just pay him to play full night. We play with 10 men when Ozil starts, not worth the money. Evening Blue Wow, I hope you're good. Evening TD Shifts. Big up Lee from Australia, my wifey. I won't tell Tierney I'm cheating on you, bruv. But evening to you, and thanks for your donation, mate. I appreciate that. What did Emery mean by saying he's made Arsenal more competitive, says Anish? That's a brilliant question. Listen, not even 100 likes. What's going on with you lot? You lot are mad. 375 people watching live, 99 likes. Smash the granny out the likes. And I'm going to answer Anish's question. I think what he means by that is that we ain't getting slapped constantly, yeah, this season. I think what he meant is that every single game we've played, we have not gone and free-falled. We've not just rolled over and died, which is saying we've done, even under Emery last season, we've done it at Leicester, we've done it at Wolves, we've done it at Anfield. I'm sure we've done it at Chelsea. I'm sure there's another few in there, maybe. This season, I can't see us getting absolutely battered by teams, and I think that's what he means. Whether that means we win the games or not is irrelevant, but we definitely are a lot harder to break down this season. The football's a bit more boring, but at the end of the day, there's no God-given right to entertain the fans. You don't have to go and watch it. It's as simple as that. If you don't like what you're watching, don't watch it. Simple, isn't it? So yeah, Jamie Vardy party tonight. That's gone. I can't find it. It's gone. It's literally just disappeared, Georgie. Your comments gone. Oh, Leicester are playing tonight. 3 points for Leicester and we move up to second. Tommy, thanks for your donation. Get Jose in. He'll sort the defence. Emery out. Thank you for that. It's a good job I scrolled back because I actually missed it. Taib, I missed yours as well. So thank you for that. Sorry, Lee. Can I get a recap? Says TD Shifts. Thanks again for that. Listen, basically, Emery was asked about the game at Palace. He said that he was asked about Pepe, whether he'll start. He said he don't know yet. He was asked whether we went for Pepe because we thought he was better than Zaha, etc., etc. To which he said, "Look, he didn't even really ask. He just said, listen, Zaha's a fantastic player, but Pepe is somebody for the long term." Excuse me. He's someone for the long term. He was asked about whether it's going to be the same squad again. He said there'll be changes. He hasn't picked his team, but there should be changes. Some players might not be fit for the game. I think Tierney won't make it personally. Bellerin definitely won't. I don't think he was quite right last night. There was something not right with him. He just looked half a yard off the pace. His crossing was poor, apart from the one he put into Martinelli. Defensively last night, he was all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't a massive press conference, and there wasn't a transcript that I could find to read it out word for word. So it was basically a case of, look, we respect Palace. They're a good team. They helped in stopping us getting in the Champions League last season. We were going to go into the game with big respect for them, but at the same time, we've got to impose our game, and we've got to try and get the 3 points. Doesn't matter how we win. And then he spoke about Pepe and said that he was kind of playing under pressure, and now hopefully that pressure comes off. So yeah, there we go. TD Shifts, I donated before. I guess you missed it. Here's another £5. Thank you, mate. Listen, I did miss it actually. I missed 3 or 4. But thank you, and I did go back and read it in the end. But yeah, I do apologise for that, mate. They got Salt and Pepe last night. They proper did as well. I'm not confident versus any team, no matter what division we played them in, says Elliot. Well, listen, this is the thing, right? We make every team look like a prime Barcelona, don't we? You know, that team we played last night ain't all that, and they were running rings around us at times. I didn't say they were very good technically, but they were running rings around us at times. Emery wouldn't win the league even if he was the manager of Liverpool or City. Mike Dean's fuming. I got my boys on hotel rooms if you want to come and visit me. Listen, when I come to Australia, if I can ever pluck up the courage to do a mission of a flight, and that is a ridiculous flight, by the way. Yeah, definitely. Any Australians, when I come, trust me, I'll come link up. Because if I come out there, it ain't going to be like a 2-week thing. It'll be a 2-month thing. So I'll do a tour of Australia. So yeah, definitely, bruv, always. And thank you for that. Please don't start Kolasinac, says Haroon. Evening, mate. I agree. I gained Instagram followers after you gave me a birthday shout out. Listen, don't worry about it, man. Listen, it doesn't matter whether you've got 1 follower or 1,000,001 followers, bruv. You're still sound. So yeah, happy birthday to you, Gary. Hope you have a wicked day. Get on them Stellas, baby. And get on that whiskey as well that you posted on your story. Listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get myself out of here. My little princess, bless her. She's only 9. She's ready and waiting. She just needs to brush her hair again because she ain't done it properly. Go on, off you go. And we're going to go and have some dinner somewhere. So that should be good. I will be back at 9 o'clock. Do drive the likes up before you go. 388 people, 134 of you have liked that. So like. And I will be back at 9. Thanks to everybody in the chat, everyone watching live, everyone watching on playback. Laters, peeps.